Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Hello. Can you guys hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. What's going on, everybody? Welcome on into another edition of Phillies Play-by-Play with JJ. Phillies are taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates today and are wrapping up a 3-game set at home at Citizens Bank Park before they head out on the road and go to Coors Field. They have to catch a flight after the game is done, and they will be going to Colorado for a 4-game set, and they are going to be out in the West Coast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on those notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we go live and talk about, again, the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. This is weird. This is really odd. So we got hit with news this morning that Jose Alvarado is suspended for 80 games and is not going to be eligible to participate in the playoffs because of using, I want to make sure that I say this correctly, so bear with me for 1 second. Because of using, or for testing positive for a banned substance that he used. Okay? Yeah. I can't speak on it. Okay, I know that there's a lot of things that go on in Major League Baseball. We saw about the biogenesis, about, we have these discussions on what's a banned substance, what's not a banned substance, but here's what I do know. This impacts the bullpen. This bullpen is very, very thin, was very, very thin to begin with, and it stinks. The thing that stinks the most about it is the playoffs. That's what really stinks. We could care less about the 80 games, which is something still not to sneeze at. But the playoffs is what really does hit home. And we have to start thinking about what we have to start thinking about what the Phillies are going to have to do to find his replacement. It's not, obviously it impacts the clubhouse, it impacts everybody that's involved, and it's brutal. It's really brutal. And so we have to talk about it, and that was the first thing that we got hit with this morning, not even series related, and it really is a stinger. Again, Jose Alvarado suspended for 80 games after testing positive for a banned substance, and he's ineligible to play in the postseason. And so that's really all I got to say about it. I'm not really going to go too much into further things. I haven't seen any other reports, and I'm sure that we're going to hear more about it as the week goes on, but it is a big loss. It is a big loss for the Phillies, and they are going to have to try to find another guy in the bullpen just to replace him. And again, this bullpen was very thin to begin with. So what are they going to do moving forward? Matt Strahm really is your only reliable arm. Not even just reliable lefty. We're just talking about reliable arms. And so it's going to have to be something that the Phillies have to address and Dave is going to have to do more. And that is not really his fault, but now he has to suffer those consequences, and he has to try to get another arm out there. So that does change things. The Phillies, on the other hand, in regards to the series, okay, we did hear also that Mick Abel is going to be pitching today for Philadelphia, and he's going to be going up against Paul Skenes. This is exciting for Mick Abel. It is. The Jose Alvarado thing, I don't want that to put a dent in Mick Abel's starts. Obviously, it puts a dent in the Phillies when in regards to their bullpen and playoffs, and when you think about that. But this is an exciting day for Mick Abel. Okay, you're going up against one of the best pitchers in baseball, and you're filling in for a guy who has been with the team for 9 years and has been one of the best pitchers, not this year, but I'm just saying has a very good track record. You're filling in for him today. And so I'm sure that the juices are flowing. I'm sure that his family is going to be there today. I would assume that. But this is going to be a really fun outing watching this guy pitch. And hopefully he does really well. And again, you're going up against Paul Skenes, one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. And let's see what he has. He's had a very good AAA season so far. And for him to get the call up, it tells me that the Phillies think that he's ready. That's the way that I look at it, though. And we'll see what he can do out there today on the mound. We'll get you some more stats and talk a little bit more about him in just a little bit. In regards to the Phillies lineup today, JT Realmuto is going to be taking the seat, and catching will be Rafael Marchand. I think that they're doing it, because they want to give JT an off day, but also Mick Abel is familiar with Rafael Marchand, and so I think that they also were thinking about that sort of perspective as well, the chemistry that they both do have, because they have played with each other. And so I kind of like that move from also that sort of perspective as well. You know, you don't have to like go over new signs like with JT. You can you have the established relationship, and I think that does play into factor as to why JT is also sitting today, and he deserves the day off too. What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, we'll get into the starting lineups right now. For the Philadelphia Phillies, they have Bryson Stott batting in the leadoff spot. Trey Turner is batting second. Bryce Harper is hitting third. Kyle Schwarber is batting in the cleanup spot. Nick Castellanos hitting fifth. Sixth is Max Kepler. Seventh is Alec Bohm. Eighth is Brandon Marsh. And ninth is Rafael Marchand. And that is the lineup today for the Philadelphia Phillies. Kepler's in left. In center, it's Brandon Marsh. The right fielder is Nick Castellanos. And in the infield, the Phillies have Harper at first, Stott at second, Bohm over at third, and Trey Turner at shortstop. And catching behind the plate is Rafael Marchand. DHing is Kyle Schwarber. And Mick Abel is going to be out there on the mound today. Abel is 23 years old. He's 6 feet 5 inches tall. And so he is going to be starting. He was the 15th overall pick back in the 2020 MLB draft. And again, the juices are going to be flowing. This guy has some really good pitches. We'll get you the scouting report, and we'll talk more about his pitch sequence in a little bit. I will tell you, though, this year, he is 5-2 with the Iron Pigs. He had a 2.53 ERA as well. He went 46 in the third, and he struck out 51 batters, gave up 13 earned runs, only 4 homers. So he was having success this year in the minors, which is really nice to see. Last year was a different story. Last year he had a 6.46 ERA and just left a lot of pitches out over the middle of the plate, and he got tacked on a lot of runs, and his stuff was flat. And the Phillies didn't feel like he was ready to even be called up, even when Taijuan Walker came back into the rotation and Taijuan was stumbling, and they just could not find that fifth starter. And so they had to rely on guys like Michael Mercado and some other people, and they just could not figure that out. Tyler Phillips, too, was another one of those guys. So I'm excited to see what Mick Abel has to offer today. Again, 23 years old, and has had a very good season. And so let's see what he's able to do out there on the mound as well. All right. Let's talk about the types of pitches that he does throw. So when you look at Mick Abel, okay, this guy has an 82 to 86 mile per hour slider. It's really effective, and he's been able to throw that. His fastball comes in pretty fast, 94 to 96. That's really what it's been touted at on the radar gun. And it'll be fun to watch and see what he's able to do, again, out there on the mound today. But when you look at even the curveball, too, that was the one thing. The curveball and the changeup were really the two pitches that I remember people were talking about in interviews, and they were saying that those were the two pitches that he needed to work on, and he struggled with those last year. And this year it seems like, from what I've been hearing, that those pitches have been better, and he's been able to command them at a better rate. So we'll see how he does, though, today. And I want to hear what your final score predictions are down below. Make sure that you guys tell me about that. I want to also say hello to everybody in the chat. We're ready to get started. All right, here's Mick Abel making his major league debut, and the first pitch is fouled away. O'Neal Cruz batting in the leadoff spot for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then it's Andrew McCutchen, Brian Reynolds, Spencer Horwitz, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Alexander Canario, Adam Frazier, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and Henry Davis. And so that is the lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. That fastball came in at 99. Did I say 94 to 96? I meant to say 94 to 99. There's a big difference in that. 0-2 pitch. Way outside for a ball. This guy throws heat. What's going on? 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a curveball, and Mick Abel gets his first strikeout. There we go. And there's one away. 99. First two pitches, 98.3 and 99 miles per hour. Oh, that is beautiful. And he gets O'Neal Cruz to strike out. Good for him. Here's Andrew McCutchen, and he stares at a 98 mile per hour fastball at the knees for strike one. What's up, Steve? Oh, 1 pitch. There's a line drive base hit out to left field, and Kepler gets on over to it. And it's a 1-out single from Andrew McCutchen. The postseason does hurt. Yeah, I can't speak on who's at fault because, again, I'm not going to go there. Okay, it gets really complicated, and I know that. Players get told one thing, players get prescribed one thing, and the doctors, it's a very complicated system. Okay, but it does hurt the Phillies. And it's just such a shame because Alvarado was pitching so well. So I'm not going to comment any further on it. I don't want to speak out of context as to who's at fault and all that type of stuff. I gotta do that. I hope you know where I'm coming from. The ball is 1 strike. And Reynolds is up at the plate. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. Curveball was really good. The ball is 2 strikes. Mick Abel making his Phillies debut. His major league debut. His family is in attendance. And the 0-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. Got him looking at the knees. Oh, that curveball was disgusting. Wow. A backdoor curveball? And Brian Reynolds was just looking at that and was like, yep, I can't do anything about that. Nope. And Spencer Horwitz is up. 2 gone. And a runner on at first. And the pitch, it's at 98 miles per hour, and it's fouled away by Spencer Horwitz. Mick Abel's curveball. Oh, boy. In his last start, he went 7 innings, and he had 9 strikeouts and 2 walks allowed. 0-1 on the way. There's a fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit in front of Brandon Marsh. And so Spencer Horwitz gets on with a single. Kutch stops at second, and Cabrian Hayes is up to bat. Phillies defense again. They have Bohm at third, Turner at short, Stott at second, Harper at first. Marchand's catching. On the mound is Abel. And in the outfield, from left to right, it's Kepler, Marsh, and Castellanos. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Two outs and 2 runners on. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Another nice curveball there. That thing just disappeared out of the zone like it was a magic trick. The ball is 1 strike. 12 pitches for Abel. Looks back at second, now back to home plate. And the 0-1. And that should have been called a strike. It caught the outer third of the zone at 98. But Derek Thomas says it's ball 1. Phillies are in their cream uniforms. Red letters painted across the chest as Abel kicks and fires. And the 98-mile-per-hour heater is fouled off. He was the 15th overall pick back in 2020. Phillies' 8th-ranked prospect, according to MLB.com. McCutchen dances off a second, and the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be grounded over to shortstop. Turner has it. Underhanded throw over the second is in time, and we're going to the bottom of the first. The first career inning for Mick Abel, and he gets a standing ovation from everybody at Citizens Bank Park. We're going to the bottom of the first. Bryson Stott will lead it off. Nice. Let's go. Abel 2 strikeouts in his first inning of his major league career. And wow, that was nice. All right, let's turn on the light. Ooh. Let's turn on the light. AK, what's up, AK? How are you, my friend? Let's go. All right, so we're going to the bottom of the first. Stott, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Kepler, Bohm, Marsh, and Marchand are all up to bat for the Phillies. Good going. Yeah, I can't say anything about Alvarado. I can't do that. K single, and a ground out. It's nice. It's very, very good. I think Abel will eventually go to the pen and be a nice reliever for us. He got that heat, says Colonel Bernie. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to be creative, but they're also they need a bullpen piece. They need a good bullpen piece. They do. We got Jose Ruiz back from the injured list. Yeah, that's still not good enough. Still wasn't good enough. Yeah. All right, here's Bryson Stott. He's going to lead off the bottom of the first. And the first pitch, swing and a miss at 99 from Paul Skenes. This guy throws a lot of heat. is one of the best pitchers in baseball. Has a 2.63 ERA in 54 2/3, 53 strikeouts. Here's a 100-mile-per-hour fastball that's outside for ball one. Skenes was the first overall pick of the 2023 draft. 1-1, swing and a miss again. This is his second season. The 2024 draft, I meant to say, was the first overall pick. Also won Rookie of the Year as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? They say no, he did not. It was the first overall pick in the 2023 draft. 2-2 to start, and he fouls it off. Just all heaters at 99 to 100. He's 22 years old. He's from Fullerton, California. 6 feet 6 inches tall, 260 pounds. 2-2 pitch to start, and this one's going to be flied out over towards right center field. Cruz is there, makes the catch as he ran towards his left side. So Trey Turner's coming up. So Paul Skenes has a 2.63 ERA. Last year he had a 1.96 ERA, 170 strikeouts, and 133 innings of work. What's going on, folks? Trey Turner's up. 1 out, bottom of the first. And the pitch to Trey. It's popped up. It's out over towards the first base side in foul territory. And it goes out of play. What's up, AK? Abel looks good, but Painter is not going to amount to anything. I think he's going to be good. Doing good, brother. Hope all is well. I'm happy to see you, man. Turner batting .299 on the season. Here's the 0-1. It's grounded over towards third base. Brian Hayes scoops it up, throws it over to first, and Horowitz catches it, and Turner is out. Skenes with a four-seamer, a splitter, a sweeper, a changeup, a sinker, a slider, and a curveball. That's a mouthful to say. Mainly goes to the four-seamer, the splitter, and the sweeper. Batters are hitting .045 against the sweeper, and they're batting under 100 against the changeup. Here's Bryce Harper, and Harper takes ball one at 99. Harper's my player of the game today. Harper has reached base safely in 22 straight home games for Philadelphia. Loves hitting here. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Folks, hit the like button and hit that subscribe button as well. Appreciate you all for being on here. 1-1 on the way, and it's on the outside edge for strike two. I'm surprised about this bowl. What's the biggest necessity now for the Phillies? 70% of you say bullpen, 9% of you say outfield, 21% of you say both. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss at triple digits, right down the middle. And Paul Skenes gets a strikeout. We're going to the second inning. All right, no score so far between the Phillies and the Bucks. What's going on? 143 people tuning on in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. We covered the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles all on this channel. Mick Abel's making his Major League debut. That's the big storyline for this ball game. And, of course, if you did not hear, Jose Alvarado has been suspended for 80 games and will also be missing the postseason as well. What was I going to say? Yeah, Jose Alvarado is missing the postseason, and he is suspended for 80 games after testing positive for a banned substance, for using a banned substance. That is PED related. All right. If we take a look at the MLB standings right now, in the NL East, the Phillies are a game and a half behind the Mets. We're covering the game tonight, folks. We are covering the game tonight. We will be watching the Yankees play against the Mets as part of the Subway Series. That game will be at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. But yes, Phillies are a game and a half behind New York, and they are also 4.5 in front of the Braves. The Braves did lose last night, but the Phillies are trying to stay ahead of them, and we shall see how that does work out. Let's see what else people are saying. 80 games sounds like it's not his first offense. The pitch. It's a foul ball. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't just speculate. But you're right. How many games are left in the season? Well, this is game number 45. 46. So, he'll be back for September, late August. 0-1 is the count. The next pitch is taken for strike 2. Abel's not wasting any time. He's like, focus on me. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's another strike 3 called at the knees. A slider that catches the outside corner. Mick Abel in cruise control so far. Wow. That slider had a lot of movement to it. And Canario just stared at it. And there was nothing he could do. Here's a 98-mile-per-hour pitch that catches the knees, and it's called ball 1. Adam Frazier is up, hitting .222 on the season. And the 1-0 delivery is in there for a called strike. That was a curveball in the upper third of the zone. Go Nick. You mean Mick. 1-1. And that is a foul ball. One-two delivery. Here it is. And it's a line drive foul ball from Adam Frazier. Phillies are playing against the Rockies to start off a 4-game series at Coors Field, and that starts tomorrow. The Rockies are 8-37. They are in last place, yes. 1-2 on the way. Another hitter that swung on and missed. Mick Abel with his 4th punch-outs. Make sure you have all the chairs available. Mick, on making his Major League debut, he said, I'm super excited. I'm expecting all of the nerves in the world, but it's the game. It's a different place. But to make it here, it's pretty special. The first pitch to Kiner Falefa. It's in there for strike 1 at 98 again. That's how you get all the jitters out, I guess. 0-1 is the count. And the 0-1 is an 89-mile-per-hour slider that's taken down the middle for strike 2. Everyone's fired up at the bank. There's his dad. There's his mom. Oh, are they excited? 0-2 pitch, and he strikes out the side. High fives going around from the family. And we're going to the bottom of the second. No score in Philadelphia as Mick Abel continues to dominate in his first outing as a Philly. And boy, are mom and dad proud. I just cut that. Wow. That's insane. If you took the over for Abel strikeouts. That's how you do it, Mick. That's how you do it, baby. That's insane. Abel might be a goat. See, and I'm not going that far, man. I'm just enjoying this, you know. Like let's not put a label on things. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just enjoy what he's doing. I know that people are gonna talk, and I get that, and that's how Twitter goes. But can we just enjoy this? Defense has only had to make one play so far. Has only had to make one out. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Daryl says, I want to be the Phillies closer right now. It's too early to judge anything. Thank you. I know. Like, let's just not put a label on things, and let's just watch him pitch. That's all I want. Here we go. Paul Skenes going back out there trying to match Abel. And Schwarber's up to bat. First pitch to Kyle. It's a slider that's in there at 84 miles per hour for strike one. Kyle with 15 homers, tied for second in all of baseball in that category. And here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss on a changeup. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Kyle Schwarber. That slider had a lot of life to it for sure. And now bring up Nick Castellanos to the plate. The windup in the pitch, and Castellanos chases out of the zone for strike one. He's given up 2 hits. First game, perfect game? No, he's given up 2 hits. 0-1, and there's a fastball at 100. It's in there for strike 2. I'm invisible, JJ. I had to blow my nose. Don't like you guys to see that stuff. 0-2 is the count. And the next pitch is outside for ball 1. I don't know why a lot of other podcasters don't get the headsets. You know? They do really come in clutch. 1-2 delivery. And Castellanos gets a piece of it. Two balls, 2 strikes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And the pitch to Castellanos, it's at 100, and he fouls it back towards the screen. Rangers lead the Astros 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 pitch, and that's chopped foul. The changeup on Kyle Schwarber was nasty. That Skenes through. If you like pitching duels, I think we might be in store to get one today. 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Got to be rare for Paul Skenes to be the second best pitcher on the mound in a game. This is Jack Fritz. We'll see. 3-2 pitch. And that one's popped out over towards left field. And the catch will be made for out number 2. As Canario gets under it. So 2 up, 2 down. And Kepler is coming up. The Phillies this year have scored 215 runs. They've allowed 192. Their run differential's at plus 23. Now, why do I bring that up? Well, when you look at the Mets, their plus run differential's at plus 62. The Cubs are at plus 66. The Dodgers are at plus 65. And the Padres and the Giants, they're at plus 43, plus 42, or plus 46 for the Giants. It's just interesting. The ball is 2 strikes to Max Kepler. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Kepler swings and misses at another nasty curveball. And so, 2 1-2-3 innings for Paul Skenes. And we are heading to the 3rd. No score. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Hopefully we can just get a hit, says Larry. Yeah, again, my expectations for this team right now is just get a run. If they get a run today against Paul Skenes, I'm happy. He looks good out there. Dylan Cruz, Paul Skenes' former teammate, just hit a 3-run home run. Dylan obviously was on LSU with Paul Skenes, and he plays for the Nationals. So the Nationals currently lead the Orioles 6-0. Oh boy. Those Nats. Oh, those Nats. Did C.J. Abrams go back-to-back with him? He did. C.J. Abrams just went back-to-back with Dylan Cruz, and he just hit his 2nd homer of the game. Figures. And Zach Eflin's pitching. Come on, Zach. You were our guy. Oh, man. It is hard to root against Skenes. He's just that good, says William George. It is. Free Sosa, free Wilson. Yeah. Top of the 3rd, no score between the Phillies and the Pirates. And here comes Abel. And the pitch is going to be grounded back up the middle past the dive of Turner for a base hit. And so Henry Davis gets aboard with a single. And that's the 3rd hit allowed by Mick today. So Davis singles up the middle and O'Neill Cruz is up. O'Neill really has been struggling this year. Romano is warming up in the bullpen already. I don't know why. Cruz is up. And the pitch, it's at 97 and swung him out of his shoes. Right down the middle. And is Cruz really struggling, or is it Mick Abel is pitching really well? I think it's both. Romano's getting warmed up in the bullpen already. The ball is 1 strike. Abel kicks, delivers. It's in there for strike 2. And no throw made. Over the 2nd, Davis stayed put at 1st. Larry says Cruz scares me. Well, he's been struggling this year. He's in a slump. 0-2 pitch. It's in the dirt for a ball. Is Abel on a pitch count? Not that I know of, but I assume, I guess he is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Abel with 30 pitches so far. Got O'Neill Cruz to strike out in his first at-bat. Can he do it again? The 1-2 pitch. He does! Another strikeout by Mick Abel. Rack 'em up. 6 chairs in the chat. Bullseye. Andrew McCutchen is up. He singled his last time up against Mick Abel. And he takes a slider in there on the outside corner for strike one. He's the first Phillies pitcher with at least 5 or more strikeouts in the first 2 innings of his Major League Baseball debut. The pitch is in there for a strike. In less than 3 innings, really, because he had... Oh, actually, no. He did have 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the windup in the pitch. It misses outside for ball 2. Count is now 2-1. Kutch hitting .254, has 3 homers and 14 RBI on the season. 2 balls, 1 strike. Abel kicks and fires. Another swing and a miss on a sinker that reaches 96 miles per hour. 29 strikes and 6 balls for Mick Abel. Are you kidding me? Wow. It's been a strikeout machine today. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that should have been called a strike 3. That was at 98, and it was clearly in there. And the count is now full. What is a strike? And Kutch is going to call for time. Wow. How is that not a strike? Absolutely, Amber just said ball. 3-2 pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center field. Marsh is there, makes the grab. There's out number 2. I'm sure that some Phillies fans are going to be a little bit salty and say, well, he should have had 7 strikeouts. Crazy. Cruz is an 800 OPS. That's good. Yeah, but he's been struggling. He's batting 167 in the month of May. That's not good. The pitch. There's a strike. It's a curveball. Catches the outer third of the zone. Brian Reynolds struck out in the first. 0-1. There's a fastball that's lined out to left field for a base hit. And Kepler bobbles it for a second. Heading over to third is Davis. The throw is drawn over to second. And, well, he's going to need some help from the defense. I think that he would have stayed put over at second base if Kepler didn't bobble that. Reynolds seems like he's finding a groove again. Yeah, he just tried to backhand it on the bounce. It bounced off of his glove. 2 outs in the top of the third. And Spencer Horwitz is up and takes a curveball outside for ball 1. Abel with 40 pitches. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch is inside and low for ball 2. Today's Reggie Jackson's birthday. Happy birthday, Reggie Jackson. Mr. October. 79. 2-0 pitch. It's grounded towards the right side. Stott has it. Throws it over to first. And 3 shutout innings for Mick Abel so far. As we go to the bottom of the third, Bohm, Marsh, and Marchand are coming up. And Abel gets a standing ovation again. See how he does with a little stress? Let's see how he does with a little stress. Nice. Yeah. I'm with you. That fastball has looked really great. And I can't believe I said 96. Nah, that's not 96. That's 99. That's 98. There's a difference. What's up, Henry? Henry, how are you? Guys, make sure you hit the like button and hit that subscribe button as well. We go live for every Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. That's what we do on this channel. If you guys enjoy our play-by-play, we do it traditional style. We try to keep you in the loop with what's going on, but we also interact with each and every one of you because you guys are characters to a story. And that's how I feel about you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. Michael says we need to go after Felix Bautista now. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. If the O's are willing to shop him, you give the O's whatever the heck they want. I would do that trade. But I'm enjoying this Mick Abel start. That's what I want to focus on. That's a positive. Alec Bohm is up. Mick Abel has been eye-popping today. Bohm is in the box. First pitch to Alec. Swinging a foul ball. I know what you're probably thinking. And I might be there too, but I still want to enjoy his outing. The pitch. There's a foul ball. You don't like the Bautista move? I do. The guy throws really hard. And he's a bona fide closer. He's a bona fide closer. I know that you got tagged with the loss the other day, but so what? One and two is the count to Alec Bohm. And here's the pitch. It's just outside. That was at 99 thrown from Paul Skenes. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Phillies haven't gotten a hit off of Paul just yet. 2-2 to Bohm. And that is fouled into the hand of Henry Davis for strike 3. And Paul Skenes gets his 4th punch out of the day. Skenes might just throw a no-no here. We'll see. Here's Brandon Marsh. Marsh takes the first pitch way inside. It was a curveball. Let's go. Charge! And the 1-0 to Marsh. Check swing. Did Marsh go? They say that he did. And the count is tied up at 1 apiece. Last year, Paul Skenes was 3rd in the NL Cy Young voting. Wasn't close, though. Zach Wheeler and Chris Sale. Sale had 198 points, and Wheeler had 130. And Skenes had just a little bit over 50. 1-1, and it's outside for ball 2. Two-one pitch, and it's outside for ball 3. Dominic Brown is in attendance? Really? Apparently people on Twitter are not happy with them talking about it. So we won't do that on here. 3-1, and it's down low for ball 4. And so Brandon Marsh gets on with a walk. This is where you got to take advantage. Wouldn't be surprised if Marsh maybe tries to steal a bag here. And Rafael Marchand is up. Marsh is leading off over at first base. Got to be smart. First pitch to Marchand. Line drive. Play it on the bounce by the second baseman. The throw to second. There's one. The throw to first. And it's not in time. Marchand hustled. Surprised. It sharply just pulled it over towards the right side. So, one away. Jose Kiner-Falefa made a nice throw over to first, and he just beat it out. Can't believe it. Good hustle, at the very least. Pitch. It's outside and high for a ball. Problem is they don't need a closer. They need a middle bullpen. What are you talking about? They don't have a guy that they can throw in for the ninth inning. 1-0 pitch, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. One pitch. That's taken on the inside corner for strike 2. That's funny, Larry. Chris Taylor just got released for Tommy Edman to be activated, really. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. And the 1-2 is high for ball 2. Would you take Chris Taylor now? I don't know, he's older. Out of necessity, though, I might take him as a utility guy. I don't know. 2-2 pitch. It's low and outside for ball 3. Well, when you really think about it, JJ, Edmundo Sosa doesn't get any playing time, so no. I just answered that question. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. Paul Skenes and Mick Abel going head-to-head. The 3-2 on the way. That pitch was inside and low, and Stott swings and misses at it, and we're going to the top of the 4th. So no runs, no hits, 1 man left. And we're heading to the 4th inning. No score between the Pirates and the Phils. Good game. I think that when people think about baseball, they obviously love the high-scoring games, but I personally love pitching duels. I love it. When guys are not getting themselves out, when you're just watching really good pitching, period. That to me is good baseball. That to me is good baseball. The Braves claimed Kevin Herget off of waivers from the New York Mets and optioned him to AAA. Huh. Braves lead 3-0 against the Red Sox. We take a look at the out-of-town scores. Red Sox do have runners at the corners, though, in the bottom of the 3rd with nobody out, so they are threatening. Brewers and Twins are scoreless. Marlins and Rays are scoreless. They're in the top of the 3rd. Twins and Brewers just got started. Larry says the problem is I'm not watching it. Well, you're tuning on in, so you're tuning in. But yes, good call on your end though for calling me out on that, because I should know that there's people that can't watch it, and that's why we do it like a radio call. They did. Same a lot of defensive plays and web gems. Yes. What's up, Ronald? How are you, my friend? How are you? Happy to see you. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Shane Trail just followed us on X. Shane, appreciate you, man. If you're tuning in. First pitch from Abel. It's flied out over towards straightaway center field. Marsh trips over towards his left side. Shies towards it and makes the grab. And Cabrian Hayes on one pitch is retired. Salute. Steve says, I would love to see a schwarber today. I'd love to see a Harper bomb today. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. And the pitch is at 95 on the gun, sticking right down the middle. Oh, 1 pitch. That's grounded off of the knee of Canario. And he gets down on his left knee, or on his right knee, I should say, and steps out of the box as he gets up. The ball is 2 strikes. Abel gets set at the letters, kicks and fires. The pitch is grounded foul. Over towards the third base side. Josh Lowe just threw a ball in the outfield to home plate at 92 miles per hour just to get a runner out. From the Rays. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. The heat is coming from Mick Abel. It's on. Whew. 7 punch-outs for Mick in his debut. And Adam Frazier is up. 2 gone, top of the 4th. Abel kicks, delivers. There's strike 1 at 97 miles per hour on the upper third of the zone. The windup and the next pitch is inside and low for a ball. Abel went to a Jesuit high school. He was both a first baseman and a starting pitcher. 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss. And Adam Frazier couldn't even catch up to the 97-mile-per-hour fastball. He was absolutely late. Here's the 1-2 delivery. It's in the dirt for ball 2. When he was a junior in college, in high school, he had a 1.26 ERA. He went 72 innings and he struck out 111 batters. Wild. 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off. He was drafted out of ice. Yeah. He was also ranked the 4th best collegiate prospect in the nation and committed to playing at Oregon State University after his freshman year of high school, but then was selected by the Phillies in the 2020 draft. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mom and Dad are like, please, just get out of this inning. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off the foot of Adam Frazier. Grew up in Cedar Mill, Oregon. That's where he's from. Two balls, 2 strikes. Abel gets set at the letters, kicks, deals, and that's fouled off again by Adam Frazier. 3 2/3, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. And the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up between Abel and Frazier. Abel winds up, kicks, deals, and there's another foul ball. Two balls, two strikes. And Abel kicks and deals again, and that thing is foul towards the first base side. Devin Caney, who's at the game, of course, covering the Phillies, just posted on Twitter that a Phillies fan from the seats said to Adam Frazier, my son swats more than you. 2-2, and that's a foul ball. The son, about 5 years old, eating crab fries, says I probably do. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. And that thing is popped up out over towards shallow left field. Over towards the line. Kepler's there. Makes the grab. And 4 strong innings for Mick Abel, as the family gives high fives around the seats. And we're going to the bottom of the 4th. That's crazy. Guy's about 5 years old eating crab fries. My son squats more than you, Adam Frazier. That's the guy that was batting. Gotta love Philly, right? Gotta love Philly. Turner, Harper, and Schwarber are coming up to the plate. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? How many people are tuning on in? We have 144 people on the regular stream. If you're on the vertical side, appreciate you for coming on. Come on to the regular side. We have 62 likes. What are we doing? Come on, we gotta hit the thumbs up button, man. We gotta catch up. What are we doing? What are we doing? I give you this content for free, folks. Let's go. Bottom of the 4th. It's time now for On This Day in Phillies History. Well, we're going to add one to the books here. Mick Abel became the first pitcher in his Phillies debut to go 2 innings and strike out 5 batters. 58 pitches through 4 innings, 47 strikes, and 11 balls. Special. On the same day that Alvarado gets suspended for 80 games. I wanted to focus on this positive. I didn't want that to overshadow what this kid has done. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Paul Skenes is going to pitch. And Turner's up. And the first pitch is at 98 miles per hour. It's in there for strike 1. Pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Oh, 2. That's low and outside for a ball. Good baseballs, good hits, good at-bats, and exciting runs. Yes, sir. One, 2. There's a strike 3 called at the knees. And there's the 6th strikeout for Paul Skenes. Back-to-back strikeouts. That sweeper had a lot of movement to it. Thought maybe it was going to go down the middle, but it ended up breaking towards the inner part of the plate. I don't know how he got that oomph on it. Here's Bryce Harper, and he's going to chop the first pitch over towards the first base side. Second baseman has it. Shuffle throw over to first is in time. It was a little toss, if you will, from Adam Frazier. There's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Gotta find this kid's prospect card. Just got one the other day, says William. Well, yeah. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. And Schwarber's up at the plate. The pitch on the way. It's at 94 at the knees for strike 1. Well, the Phillies win today, JJ. I don't know. 0-1, and it's down for a ball. Jack Leiter is throwing a you-know-what through 6 innings against the Houston Astros. 1-1 pitch to Schwarber, and he pulls this one towards the right side. Scooped up, though, by Frazier in the throw over to first in time. And so, McAbel goes back out there for inning number 5. No score between the Phillies and the Bucks. $60 pitches in that game for Jack Leiter. Everyone encourages like and then subscribe, and don't even start with that junk. Yep. That's all we do. Just hit the thumbs up button. That's it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. So we're going to the 5th inning. It's time for On This Day in Phillies History, folks. We said that we were going to do that before. On This Day in Phillies History. Today is May 18th. Jim Bunning one-hit the Colts. They're now the Astros. And what was a 4-0 victory at Houston. In 2005, Bobby Abreu had a homer in the 6th inning. And that tied a team record with RBI in 10 straight games. Also, he set a team record with a streak of 11 games with 1 or more extra base hits. And yeah. Mark McGwire hit 3 homers and drove in 7 runs as the Cardinals beat the Phillies at the Vet. That was McGwire's second 3-homer game while visiting the Phillies. He ended the day with 539 career homers. Just 8th on the all-time list, passing Mickey Mantle. Colt 45s. Yep. Did I say the Colts? Sorry. Pitch is taken for a ball. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is up to bat against McAbel. 1 ball and no strikes, and the pitch is high for ball 2. Why were they called the Colt 45s? I'll have to do my research on that. Search wants to know, is Jack related to Al? Yes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch is taken for ball 3. That's Al's son. 3-1 on the way. Line drive, base hit out to left field. And it takes a bounce in front of Max Kepler. And he'll reel it on in. There's the first hit of the inning. Abel has allowed 4 singles. Didn't McGwire hit 73 one year? Yeah, he did. Here's Henry Davis in the box, batting on the right side. First pitch is in there for a strike. Throw to second base, and Kiner-Falefa is gunned out. Rafael Marchand taking one out of JT's book. And Kiner Falefa didn't even get a good jump there. Stott swiped him right on the ankle. And Marchand got right on up and threw a strike over the second base. So he gets caught on the bases. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss at 97. Back-to-back 97-mile-per-hour heaters. One gone. No balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2 on the way. It's in the dirt for a ball. I think McGuire hit 70 in a season. Bonds had 73. One ball, 2 strikes. And the windup and the pitch from Abel. And there's a fly ball hit out towards right field. It'll stay in the yard. Castellanos is there, makes the grab, and there's out number 2. Marchand has really good pop time. The Twins bullpen, listen to this, has a 17 and a third inning scoreless streak and keeping up the entertainment when not on the mound. What? They have energy drinks on ice. Crazy. The ball is 1 strike to O'Neal Cruz. There's the 0-1. It's inside for a ball. What's up, Serena? 69 pitches for Mick. And the 1-1. It's inside. Serena, I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? Happy to see you. 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Nice curveball again. And it dipped right at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Mick Abel. Let's just test those energy drinks for PEDs. Yeah, seriously. Two balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the next pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Mick Abel. What a debut. 5 innings. 5 scoreless innings. And 8 strikeouts for the kid. Cruz has struck out all 3 times. O'Neal Cruz has struck out in 6 of the 7 at-bats in this series. Crazy. Sorry, 7 of the 8 at-bats. Can we just talk about Mick Abel? Can we just talk about Mick Abel? Special. Special. Serena says, I'm not feeling so well lately. I can't stay awake until 1 a.m. at my time anymore. You're good. I just hope that you're doing well. Usually tall pitchers struggle, says Chapeau, don't they? No. I wouldn't say that. Madison Bumgarner's really tall. I mean, there's a CC Sabathia was what, 6'6"? Isn't that how tall he was? Or how tall he is? Yeah, he's 6'6". Here's Castellanos, and the pitch is going to be grounded over to third. It's knocked down by Cabrian Hayes, and Castellanos will be safe at first on a bad misjudgment by Cabrian Hayes. Gotta capitalize here. Gotta capitalize here. And Max Kepler's up. Charge! Pitch. It's in there for a strike. And we talk about making a stats box with hits and strikeouts. I can't do that. I mean, if you want to make one for me, you can. I can't do it. The ball is one strike, and the pitch is grounded back up the middle for a base hit. Castellanos is rounding second. He'll be going over to third. The throw to third base cut off by the second baseman, and runners are at the corners as the Phillies trying to get something cooking in the kitchen. And bohm is up. Let's go, baby. Here's Alec Bohm. Runners at the corners. A sac fly gives the Phillies the lead. The first pitch is at 98, and it's in there for strike one. No balls and one strike. Charge! Oh, one pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. O'Neill Cruz is on the run. He'll make the catch, and Casti stays put at third base, and rightfully so. Wasn't deep enough for him to score. There's one out. Thought maybe it would drop. Cruz did good there. So there's one out. What's up, Desiree? Red Sox and Braves are now tied 4-4. Wow. Here's Brandon Marsh. Runner still at the corners, one out, bottom of the fifth. First pitch to Marsh, and there's a fly ball hit out to left field. It's a foul ball, and it goes into the seats. JJ, great work as always. I must know. What is the name of that hype song you just played? I can't figure it out. Zombie Nation Ken Craft 500, I think that's what it's called. They play it all the time for like sports rallies, chants. Yeah. Zombie Nation. If you just look up Zombie Nation, it'll come up. It's a good song too. Like you listen to it in the entirety. I vibe out to it in the car sometimes when I was driving late at night from college and driving home. I would just blast that. One ball, one strike. Bottom of the fifth, one out. And the pitch to Marsh. There's a bouncing ball. Hit back up the middle. They're going to get the tag out at second for one. The throw to first. Safe is the call. And Casti scores. 1-0 Phils. Small ball. And that's how the Phillies get the lead. Unassisted fielder's choice. And Marsh barely beat it out. Here's Rafael Marchand in the pitch. That should have been called a strike, but it's called a ball anyways. Just got the lower part of the zone. One ball, no strikes. Toss bat to first, and it hits Marsh right on the foot. Doesn't bounce too far away. Steve says, I don't like that song. The Boston Bruins use it all the time. But the Phillies use it too. So. But yeah. You're a legend. Great song. Thanks, man. A ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the fifth. There's 2 outs. Here's Rafael Marchand at the plate. And he takes the next pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Let's go. 1-1 pitch to Marchand, swinging a miss on the changeup at 87 miles per hour. Phillies did not get shut out today. Marsh is over at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is outside for ball 2. And that one reached at 98 miles per hour. Drunk Phillies fans just tweeted out, "Suck it, Skenes." 63 pitches for Paul. The 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And Paul Skenes does Paul Skenes things on the changeup. And Marchand can't catch up to it. We are going to the top of the 6th, but the Phillies do get the lead and capitalize on the error by Cabrian Hayes. 1-0 as we go to the 6th. Let's go. It's only a 10-second snippet. It's true. Everyone uses it. It'll be good for Abel to get his first win with the family present. Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. Do you like 7 Nation Army better, Steve? Let's go, baby. Or wait, was that Shapoke? Wait, who said that? Was that Steve or Shapoke? They didn't call an error on that play? Dude, he bobbled it. What the heck? They called that a hit? They called that a hit? That bounced off his glove. He should have had it. Well, whatever. That's considered an earned run for Paul Skenes. That's sad. You prefer the Raconteurs? What's the Raconteurs? I'll look them up. They're a rock band. Did they do 7 Nation Army too? Darth, where have you been? Haven't seen you on here in a while. What's going on? How are you? Hey everyone, how we feeling? Pumped. Excited about Abel. Okay. Here's Andrew McCutcheon. And the first pitch he takes is inside. Abel is still pitching. We're in the top of the 6th inning. One ball, no strikes. And here's the windup and the pitch, and it's outside and low for ball 2. Two-0, swinging a miss. Steve says it's a little bit better. I'm happy that satisfies your needs. 75 pitches for Mick. 2-1, foul ball, and out of play. It's now 2-2. What's up, Vincent? Odds to win the series. You mean the World Series? Plus 1,200. Is that a good one to take? I don't know. 2-2 pitch. And that is outside and low for ball 3. Fielder's choice. No hit, no error. Can't assume the double play. No, I'm talking about the first hit. That shouldn't have been an infield single. That should have been an error. 3-2 pitch, and it's in there for a called strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Mick Abel in his debut. I'm talking about the first hit. 9 chairs, baby. Come on. 1 out, and the pitch is inside and low for a ball. Dombrowski is texting Nola right now. Your ankle just got worse, is absolutely hammered. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the windup and the next pitch. And that is swung on and missed for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Abel gets set at the letters, and the next pitch on the way. It's grounded towards the right side. Second baseman has it, throws it over to first. It's in time for out number 2. Two outs in the top of the 6th inning. And Spencer Horwitz is up. Here's the pitch. It's up high for a ball. Mick Abel has tied Kurt Simmons for most strikeouts in his Phillies debut. In a Phillies debut, I should say. He had 9. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's flied out over towards straightaway center field. Marsh gets under it, makes the grab. 6 good innings for Mick Abel. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Phils. 5 hits, no runs, and no walks. Mick went to my school. Nice. Good for him. Phillies need to make a trade like now for a pitcher, says Young Shizzy. I'm just enjoying this guy's outing right now. I don't care about anything else. I'm just soaking in what this guy is doing. There have been a lot of negative clouds around this team, and rightfully so. Now I understand. But this guy is doing something special. And I prefer to enjoy it. But you guys can feel how you want. I hear you, though. I hear you. But something nice is happening. Abel should have gotten that 10th strikeout. I'm sorry. He could have had the record. Per the radio broadcast, Mick Abel has tied Kurt Simmons in 1947 for the most strikeouts in an MLB debut for the Phillies. Abel has struck out 9 Pirates through 6 scoreless innings. Crazy. Quality start. Saw Cardinals pitcher Silvio Martinez take a no-hitter in the 8th or the 9th in his debut. Pitched a 1-hitter, then kind of disappeared. Oh, don't tell me that that's what's going to happen to Mick Abel. The pitch is in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch is outside for a ball. Paul Skenes still pitching. Bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Phils. Starts in the box. And the pitch on the way. It's at 97, and it's fouled off. Orion Kirkering is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. One-two pitch, and that's taken in the dirt. It's a curveball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, I'll take Felix Bautista. Kevin Cooney wants him. I'll take him. 2-2 pitch. It's grounded over towards the right side. Frazier has it, throws it over to first. It's in time for a ball. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe, folks. Orioles just cut Kyle Gibson. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. And the pitch to Trey Turner's swinging a miss. That's probably going to be it for Mick Abel today. 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed. What a dominant debut. 0-1. That's going to be popped up towards the second base side. It's going to be played on a bounce, though, and the throw over to first is in time. I thought maybe it was caught. So 2 up, 2 down. Non-related Phillies news. Will Benson for the Reds has now homered in 4 straight games. 4 straight games. He has hit a home run. 2 outs. And Bryce Harper's up, and he takes a 97-mile-per-hour fastball outside. One 0 pitch, swing and a miss. 97 likes 237 people tuning on in. Let's go. One to 1. That's fouled off by Bryce. Harper 0 for 2 today against Paul Skenes. And the 1-2 delivery is upstairs. It's now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. And here's the next pitch to Harper. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Aaron Gordon is going to play in Game 7 today against the Thunder. He's gutting out a grade 2 hamstring strain. 3-2, and it's fouled off. And that requires weeks to heal, according to Shams Charania. That's a tough man. That's one tough mother, father. 3-2 pitch, and that's going to be flared out towards center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. O'Neal Cruz plays it on a bounce, and Bryce Harper gets on with a 2-out single. There we go. I can't believe he's going to start. So a 2-out single for Bryce Harper. And Kyle Schwarber is up. The pitch to Schwarbs. Check swing. Did he go? Third base umpire says no, he did not. Kyle 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. One 0 pitch. That's taken low for ball 2. Skenes has 80 pitches, and he's going to have a convo with Davis here. One homer away from number 300 for Kyle Schwarber. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Schwarber, and he's going to ground this one sharply towards the right side. Second baseman has it. Frazier throws it over to first, and we're going to the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We played 6 frames. We're heading to the 7th inning. See what happens. Pirates are coming back up. This is why no one respects ESPN anymore. Wants to place with the Mets. These clowns are asking him about Aaron Judge. Says Ben Yoel. So that's it for Mick Abel today. Kirkering is going to come on in to pitch the 7th. What a debut for Mick Abel. He was great. He was phenomenal. Good for him. That's incredible. I am more than happy with what he did. Congrats to him. Congrats to his family. That's really awesome. Far exceeded my expectations, says Larry. Yeah. Who brought him up today, Rob? Yeah, they brought him up yesterday because Aaron Nola went on the IL. And so he was going to pitch today. And Walker's going to pitch Wednesday. Orion Kirkering's going to pitch, and the first pitch is inside for a ball. One 0 pitch, and that misses outside for ball 2. How you feel about Skenes starting for us in the World Baseball Championship? Or who would you rather have starting? Yeah, I would take Wheeler. 2-0, and that's outside for ball 3. That's me, but I don't think you go wrong with Paul Skenes either. 3-0 pitch, way inside for ball 4, and Kirkering can't find the zone. So there's a leadoff walk. It'd be really nice to get Mick the win here. So 4 pitches and a walk allowed. And the next pitch misses outside for ball 1. 5 pitches, 5 balls. Alexander Canario's up. He struck out twice against Mick Abel. And the 1-0 pitch, that catches the outside corner for strike 1. Hashtag why not Abel. 1-1 pitch and then misses inside for ball 2. How about this? Brad Marchand. Wait, where is it? I wanted to read that. Two one pitch. And that is fouled off. Brad Marchand is suiting up for his 13th career Game 7 tonight, making the most amongst active players. 2-2 on the way. Line drive, base hit out to left field. Stopping at second base is going to be Canario. And so there's a single to put runners on at first and second. And Caleb Cotham's going to go talk to Orion. Not good. Well, left the pitch out over, it wasn't over the middle, but still not in a good spot. And Jordan Romano is warming up already. Still nobody out. 76 degrees out at Citizens Bank Park. Devin Keeney says, I think we all need to be honest about Orion. All right, we're going to stop looking at Twitter right now. 2 runners on, nobody out. We're in the top of the 7th. Phillies lead at 1-0. Mick Abel was strong, very strong in his major league debut today for the Phillies. He had 9 strikeouts and he went 6 innings and looked absolutely dominant on the hill. 5 hits, no walks. The pitch to Adam Frazier and it's fouled off. So scratch that. Frazier's up to bat. And Hayes got aboard with a walk, and Canario singled. Hayes is at second. And at first base, it's Canario. The ball's 1 strike, and the pitch, it's going to be bunted over towards the mound. The throw over to third by Orion is in time. Nice play by Kirkering. That's a 1-5 fielder's choice. Sacrifice unsuccessful. Yep. He did. He just got it. Throw was a little bit low, but Bohm able to catch it and get his glove right on the ground. And Connor Falefa's up and takes the first pitch inside at 96 miles per hour. One ball, no strikes. And the next pitch fouled back towards the screen. Think Skenes might go one more inning? I guess so. 1 ball, 1 strike. And they got a double play here. The sweeper is outside and low for ball 2. The 2-1 offering. That's chopped back over towards Kirkering. The throw to second. There's 1. The throw to first. In time for a double play. Orion makes up for it with his defense, and we're going to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time at Citizens Bank Park. 1-4-3. Love it. Okay. It's stretch time. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. Okay. Here's what I want to know. Here's what I want to know. Sorry about that. Here it is. Okay. Anybody know who has scored the most runs in Phillies franchise history? Who has scored the most runs in Phillies franchise history? Most runs. J-roll. Nope. Schmidt. That is correct. Rollins is third. Mike Schmidt's first. Anybody else want to guess who's in the top five? Let's go top five. Mike's number one. J-roll's number three. Roberts. No. Howard. Is he in the top five? No. Mike Schmidt's number one. Mike Schmidt has scored 1,506 runs. Utley, is he in the top five? Yep, he got in there. Ashburn. He's in there too. Actually, sorry. Utley? No, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Utley is sixth. I'm sorry. Harper. My bad. Utley is sixth. So, Schmidt, Rollins, and Ashburn. Utley is sixth. Abreu. No. Yeah, sorry, hardcore. That was my fault. I'll give that to you, but I was wrong. Two more. Mike Schmidt's one. J-roll's two. J-roll's three. Ashburn's four. Two more. Tony Taylor. No. All right, well, I'm going to give you the answers. Number 2 is Ed Delahanty, and number 5 is Chuck Klein. Boa, nope. And Burrow, no. Mike Schmidt, 1,506. Ed Delahanty, 1,367. Jimmy Rollins, 1,325. Ashburn, 1,114. And Chuck Klein, 963. Pitch is in there for a strike. Skenes still pitching, 0-1. And that's in there for strike 2. Who's up to bat, JJ? It's Nick Castellanos. So it goes Schmidt, Delahanty, Rollins, Ashburn, and Klein. And Utley had 949. 0-2 pitch to Casti. Line drive hit out towards left field. Almost misjudged by Canario as he came running in for a second. Then he had to back up, and he caught it for out number 1. Schmidt owns the Phillies record book. Yeah, he was an okay player. I wonder why they have him on the broadcast today. The pitch is fouled away. Not bad for the losingest team of all time. 44,356 people today at the ballpark. It is a sellout. Pitch. Now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Max Kepler is in the box. He's singled back in the 5th. And the 1-1 offering, swinging a miss on a fastball right down the middle at 97 miles per hour. Skenes has gone 6 1/3. He's given up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. And the 1-2 delivery, the Kepler swinging a miss. Another nasty changeup from Paul Skenes. Crazy. Whew. The way that he releases his pitches, and you watch him wind up, can't get any better than that. 2 outs in the pitch. It's grounded over towards the third base side. And the third baseman has it, throws it over to first. It's in time. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Phils. We're going to the 8th inning. 1-0 Philadelphia. Davis, Cruz, and McCutcheon are coming up. I'm sure a lot of you will betted the under today for 8.5 runs. That's what she said. Heading to the 8th inning. Let's go. 2 hours, man. We've been streaming for 2 hours. This game started at 1:35. So we're under 2 hours. Like and subscribe, folks, and hit the bell icons too. That way you will know when we do go live. Pirates are 15-31. They've lost 2 in a row to the Phillies. They are 12 games behind the Cubs. They're 11 games behind the Cardinals. 6.5, 7.5 behind the Reds, and 6 behind the Brewers. Braves lead at 7-4 against the Red Sox as they go to the 7th inning. Rangers have a 3-1 lead. Jack Leiter Jr. had a no-hitter and then just gave it up in the 7th inning. He's doing really well. Astros trying to come back, though. They have runners at 2nd and 3rd in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Matt Strom's going to pitch for the Phils. I'd have him pitch the 9th. 9-1 and 2-2 up in the order, though. First pitch, swinging a miss. Strom's ERA is at a 3.06. In 17 2/3, he has struck out 23 batters, has allowed 5 walks, just 1 homer allowed on the season. The 0-1 to Davis, swing and a miss. Nice slider thrown by Strom. 610-314-0844 is how you call on in. Oh, 2 on the way. Swing and a miss. A fastball that goes whizzing by Davis. And that's strike 3. It said 93, but it's faster than that. O'Neal Cruz is up. 1 out in the top of the 8th. I mean, I guess you put him in the face of this guy, but I still would have saved him for the 9th. Because you have Horwitz, Hayes, and Canario. The pitch is inside for a ball. Cruz has struck out all 3 times today. A hat trick of strikeouts for O'Neal Cruz. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch, that misses inside for ball 2. Certain pitchers on the mound, I automatically lock in the under. Sale, Wheeler, Fried, DeGrom, etc. Might want to put Skenes in that category. And maybe Sanchez. 2-0. Foul ball. Paredes just hit a go-ahead 3-run homer for the Astros. Can you imagine Jack Leiter Jr. is probably like, dude, I just had 6 no-hit innings. 2-1. It's outside for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch to Cruz. Swing and a miss. Good cutter thrown by Strom. Ronald says, I mean, of course, JJ. We all should have known that Mick Abel was going to get the strikeouts. 3-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. It's looking foul. Thank goodness. Nice catch by the FN there. Three-two pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. It's on the inside corner. 2 up, 2 down. He gone. What a nice pitch from Strom. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Andrew McCutchen, and he takes a 93-mile-per-hour fastball in there for strike 1. So O'Neal Cruz has struck out 8 of the 9 times that he has batted in this series. Oh, 1, and that misses inside for a ball. Feels like they're determined to win this for the kid. Not even just for him. I think that they're also determined to do this for Alvarado, too. 1-1, another swing and a miss. That cutter has been electric today for Matt Strom. He'll get set just at the letters. Bright blue glove. And he kicks, deals, and it's high for ball 2. Abel, that is. Abel and Painter. It's great. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Andrew McCutchen. Strom kicks, fires the pitch. It's popped up. It's hit out over towards the third base side. Bohm calls off Turner. Turner calls him back off, and Turner makes the grab on the infield grass. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-0 Phils. Well, the team has said that he's going back to AAA after this start. Don't know. Don't know when he'll be back up. We have a good problem, and we're going to talk about it. This is such a good problem to have. It really is. No, I'm saying that maybe they're rallying because of that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying for him. I meant to say that maybe because they know that happened, that guess what? We got to fill in for him. And so let's rally behind that. I misworded that. I apologize. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-0 Phils. Marchand, and Stott are coming up. But more so towards the Mick Abel thing. I think you're right about that, too. That's what I meant, Larry. No way for Alvarado. Got you. It's a big piece that you're missing. That's why I want a Ranger to go to the pen. We've got plenty of start and pitching. There's some light clouds in the outfield, and there's some dark clouds towards the infield. It's weird. Pitch is high for a ball. I wonder what illegal substance is. Yeah, I don't know. 1-0, it's grounded towards the right side. Second baseman Frazier has it, picks it up, throws it over to first, and Marsh is out. And Skenes is still pitching, folks. Skenes might be going a complete game here. Rafael Marchand's up. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Marchand takes strike 1. It's a slider. It is a great problem to have. No balls, 1 strike in the pitch. That's taken outside for a ball. Renaud, I'm sure that the Yankees would love to have this problem. Right now, I'm saying. 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Another nice splitter. I'm sure that the Yankees wish that they had this type of a problem. One-two pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. That's the 9th strikeout for Paul Skenes. J.J. Alvarado, they say it's exogenous testosterone. Stay tuned for the postgame show. If you guys want to call on in and leave me your thoughts, you can. 610-314-0844. That is the phone number. Talk about Mick Abel's debut, man. That's really what I want to focus on today. Pitch is in there for a strike to Bryson Stott. The ball is 1 strike to Bryson. And he takes a 98-mile-per-hour pitch in there for strike 2, and that was just hit on the upper third of the zone. The 0-2 to Stott. And it's high for a ball. So I guess that means that Romano's going to pitch the 9th. I would assume. There's David Bednar. Would have liked him a couple of years ago on the Phillies, but now, no thank you. 1-2 pitch. That's taken low for ball 2. Romano is warming up in the pen. At least he can't walk 2 batters in the 9th. That's true. 2-2 to Bryson Stott. He pops it up. It's right behind home plate. Davis gives it a look. Does he have room? He does not. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. We have 254 people tuning on in. Let's get to 200 likes. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. Got 110. Come on, hit the thumbs up button. The windup end. The next pitch to Stott. Foul ball. Good fight by Bryson. 6 pitches in this at-bat alone. Stott flied out, struck out, and grounded out. He's looking to get on here. There's Jose Ruiz. He's not warming up. They just showed him sitting. 2-2, and Stott's going to try to punch this one out towards center field, but Kiner Falefa's there, makes the grab over on the outfield grass, and we're heading to the 9th inning. So Paul Skenes, 8 innings, 3 hits allowed, 1 run, and 9 strikeouts. Can the Phillies hang on? We're going to the top of the 9th. 1-0 Philadelphia. Ooh. After this, we got a postgame show, 610-314-0844. That is how you call on into the show. Would love to hear what your thoughts are. I haven't had any callers over the last couple of games. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from the people, man. But yeah, we're going to talk all about Mick Abel. All about Mick Abel today. And we're going to shed a lot of light on that because it deserves it. But let's see if the Phillies can close this out. And hopefully they get a dub. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on here. I follow the workout channels a bit, and they do talk about certain supplements having unlisted ingredients, this Shapoke. Yeah, I will do all my research on it. I promise. But the bottom line is that they need help in the bullpen. Don't you want Tanner Banks to preserve the shutout? Do I want Tanner Banks in? No. Tanner Banks gave up a 2-run homer in last night's game. Has not been consistent. If it were me, I would have had Strahm pitch the 9th. I would have had Romano pitch the 8th. Phillies have to complete the shutout here. Reynolds will be leading it off. It'll be Reynolds, Horwitz, and Hayes. All right, come on. Romano has a 7.71 ERA, 4 saves, and 6 opportunities this season. 17 strikeouts and 16 innings of work. Reynolds, with his sunglasses on, homered in the 9th inning of last night, and the first pitch he takes is on the outside corner at 95. The top of the 9th inning underway. 0-1 pitch, and that is punched foul. Romano's 32 years old. He has never faced Brian Reynolds. The 0-2 from Romano. High for ball 1. Obviously, Romano was on the Toronto Blue Jays from 2019 till 2024. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. 1 strikeout. And Romano gets fired up. Nice pitch. He said, yep, gotcha. Bullseye. 1 away in the 9th. 2 more to go. And now he's facing his former teammate, and that's Spencer Horwitz. And he looks to the slider in there for strike 1 at the knees. Horwitz singled in the first, and he's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. No balls, 1 strike. They'll wind up in the next pitch. Nice slider in there for strike 2 on the outside corner. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock, and they're going to call for time. It's going to reset. Horwitz in the box. No balls, 2 strikes. And the windup and the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Romano. 2 up, 2 down. And the Pirates down to their final out of the series. Another beautiful slider. 2 outs, top of the 9th. It's all up to Cabrian Hayes. First pitch to Cabrian. Strike 1. It's a 4-seamer on the inside corner. There's Mick Abel in the Phillies dugout, hoping for one more out to seal the deal. The ball is 1 strike. The next pitch, it misses inside for ball 1. Five seconds left on the pitch clock, and time's going to be called, but Romano throws a slider. It's in there for strike 2, and Hayes did not get granted time. Hayes tried to call for it. I thought he was going to be granted with it, and now he's going to call for time. It didn't count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pittsburgh down to its final strike. Standing ovation. Mick Abel's mom and dad standing up too. Romano looking to strike out the side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the windup, and here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Ring the bell for Mick Abel. A 1-0 shutout victory for Philadelphia as Romano gets the save. All smiles and all laughs. Let's go! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Yes. Oh, wow. A lot to break down after that game. I got a post-game show. 610-314-0844 is how you call on into the show. Look, they put up 1 run today. Okay? That doesn't tell the full story. Okay? You went up against one of the best pitchers in baseball. You had to get creative. They played small ball when they had to. They got that run. That run meant a lot. The bullpen shut it down, and Mick Abel was a star, and obviously the MVP. No doubt about it. It's crazy. That was great. Look, okay. And again, we're going to break it all down. 610-314-0844. That is the phone number. I have more thoughts on this, and I will give you all just a couple of minutes. I got to stretch, and we will break it all down. All right, see you very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well if you were not going to stay on. I understand. But, again, see you guys really, really soon.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Let's go. Yes. 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 That's how you go out there and dominate in your first major league outing. That's what you do. You went, not only did you go toe-to-toe against one of the best pitchers in baseball, you outdueled him. That's what you do. And with the bad news that we heard today from Jose Alvarado, we needed something to bring us some sort of juice. And this, to me, was huge from Mick Abel. I'm looking at this one tweet here. And this is from a guy who has covered the Phillies in the minor league systems, okay? Mitch Rupert does a great job. Listen to this. He said, I've watched a lot of Mick Abel since he was drafted. ... Don't think I've ever seen him as locked in as he was today. This is what we always thought he could be and the stuff could be. That's what you call a sublime performance. I couldn't have said it any better. 23 years old, and you make your home debut start, and you're filling in for a guy who's had a very good reputation in all of baseball, in Aaron Nola. That is huge shoes to fill. That's really huge. You're coming in to a very stacked starting rotation, and you had to be perfect. You had to be perfect today. And not only was he perfect, he was even better than that, I think. I am very, very impressed with what Mick Abel did today. And that needs to get all of the headlines from this game. Really just from this team. That was special. Really. Absolutely incredible. That's probably one of the best major league debuts that you're going to see somebody throw in a pinstripes uniform. Abel became the 16th pitcher all-time with 6+ scoreless innings and 9+ strikeouts in his major league debut. Okay. That second inning was probably one of the most ridiculous innings I've seen. First and foremost, this guy comes out firing out of the gates 99, 98, and then goes with a slider to strike out O'Neal Cruz. Locked in from the start. My question was, could he keep it up as the game was coming? And guess what? He did. The second inning comes. Canario looks at this backdoor curveball that just absolutely had a lot of velocity to it. And I thought it was going to hook outside. It just stayed on the outside corner. He was just painting. He was doing an incredible paint job today. And the fastball was working. The critics were saying last year that this guy had good fastballs. He had good high heat stuff. But could he locate the off-speed pitches? Could he get the curveball and the changeup to go his way? And this afternoon was great. That was awesome. I didn't expect for them to win this game. I came into today, I said, guess what? 2 out of 3 is all I ask. This game, they were supposed. I think that they were supposed to lose this game. I didn't even think that Rob thought that Mick Abel was going to be this strong today. I think he surpassed Rob's expectations because Rob had Romano warming up in the 4th inning. Now, I guess that he was also trying to get prepared just in case that the guy was going to get into jams. But I think that if you were to give Rob Thompson a lie detector test, I think he would have failed. If he said, I thought that Abel could have went 6 innings today, I think he would have lied. You know? That was great. There have been a lot of bad things surrounding this team. I've been harsh on them. Okay? It has not been a fun season watching this team because the bats have not been consistent. And I think that we have actually taken the starting rotation for granted. But this is going to be one of those times where I sit back and I just say, this is worth a little celebration. You should smile about this. You should feel happy that this guy came on in his debut and looked that electric. Did we expect the bats to really put up a lot of runs against Paul Skenes? No. Yes, it would have been cherry on top. I didn't think that the bats were going to be all of that today. I want things to be cleaned up. I want things to look better from Bryce Harper at the plate. Man. But what mattered was getting home that run in the 5th inning. Casty gets a little bit lucky. Brian Hayes makes a mistake at third base. They called it an infield single. Shouldn't have been called that way. And then Kepler gets on with a base hit up the middle. And Brandon Marsh played small ball. The only way you were going to win this game was if you played small ball. You were not going to hit home runs off of Paul Skenes. And Skenes went a complete game today. He was really good. Paul Skenes pitched great. But you were tested. You were tested, and you won the test. Today, to me, was a test. The bullpen actually pitched really well, too. Now, are you going to be facing this type of a lineup every day? No. But, hey, you're going to be missing Alvarado. That's a huge loss. And you're going to have to find ways to be creative with the bullpen with what you got right now. We'll get to Dave. We'll talk about what moves they could make. I like Felix Bautista. I think that that's who they should go after. I think that should be one of the guys that they should. We can have that discussion another day. But when we're focusing on just this game alone, the bullpen was great. Jordan Romano was awesome. Struck out the side in the 9th inning. Was that in your bingo cards? I don't think so. But the kid was great. At one point, this guy had 44 strikes on 52 pitches. 44 strikes on 52 pitches. You can see what was coming out of my mouth right there. Because I'm even just in awe of what this guy did. Crazy. How's that for a debut? The bullpen was great, and you played small ball, and that's how you won. You weren't going to get out runs today. You were going to have to grind out one inning, and that one run in the 5th inning was pretty much all that you were going to get. You're going to have those games. You're going to have times. I remember when Steven Strasburg was getting all the hype. He had all the box office looks for him, and he was throwing 100, 101, and the Phillies just were not going to hit off of him. And even though they ended up losing the game, we were watching that game, and we were just like, yeah, this is his day. Jacob deGrom faces the Phillies how many times? You just knew, this guy, you're going to have to be perfect against him. Everything is going to have to go your way. And then years past, the Phillies don't win this game. But I think that a lot of the odds were against them to do that today. That's just me. When you're facing Steven Strasburg in his prime, or you're facing Jacob deGrom, or even, I don't know, who's a really good pitcher that was on the Braves, like Chris Sale. They're just going to have their dominant games. And you're going to have to match up on the other side. You're going to have to go toe-to-toe with them there. We lose a lot of pitching duels in years past. We don't compete. And today we did. I'm in awe. I'm very proud of not only Mick, but just the rest of the group for coming out with this W today. The bullpen and the pitching staff really need to get all the flowers that they deserve today. And again, can you be upset with the offense? You can. I'm not going to go there today because at this point, to me, I didn't expect much out of the offense today. If they were going to get 3 runs against Skenes, that's a win. That's a win. But they got the run that mattered the most, and they did attack in that 5th inning when the Pirates were leaking oil. I thought maybe that was going to come in the 3rd inning because we felt like for a lot of the time that the Phillies weren't even going to get a base runner in this game. I look down at my scorecard. F8, G53, K, F7, F6, sorry, P6, K. I'm looking down at the scorecard, and it's like, yeah, nothing. It's a clean scorecard for a little bit of time. And then we go to the 3rd. Marsh walked with 1 out. And I said at that moment in time, Marsh has to run. Marsh needs to be running here. He has to be running. And then Marshawn grounded into the fielder's choice. And then Stott struck out. But as soon as Casty got on base in that 5th inning, that was it. You needed to find a way to get one type of a hit to get the man over to 3rd base and play small ball. You're going to have those games. And to do it against one of the best pitchers in baseball, I'm very satisfied. Now, we're not feeling this way if we lose this game, but with the way that they won, the way that they grinded, the way that they were tested today, and I know that the Pirates are not all of that, but context matters. Context matters. All right. Let's get... I want to hear your thoughts. After this game, are you through the roof like me? I really have been really hard on this team. It has not been all roses. So I feel like I need to have one moment where I'm just like, yes. Yes. That's a good win. That's a good win. Can't wait to see what the quotes are going to be from Mick Abel and from Rob Thompson today. So, we'll see. Whoops. My bad. I did not mean to do that. All right, let's hear your thoughts. Again, calling into the show, 610-314-0844. That is the phone number. Call on in. Let me know how you're feeling. Talk to me, man. Absolutely, come on and come talk to me. Here we go. Whoops. 1 second. Where is it? 1 second. I thought I had the Bluetooth on. There it is. Yo, yo, yo!
Yo, yo, yo!
How about Mick Abel today, man?
I love them, and Mick is wonderful. They should have him there more time. He proved himself in Lehigh Valley. Come on now. I even seen Pano when we was down here in Reading. Jeez, let's give these guys a chance.
I know.
Come on now.
Hey, I just go back to that one quote that I just saw, from again a reliable guy who's been covering the Phillies as down in the farm, and he said that even he didn't say that he didn't see this coming, but even Mick, even he saw a fired and poised Mick Abel out there like nothing he's seen before.
It's been great ever since he started. Everybody saw that in Clearwater. These are young kids. They want to prove themselves.
Yep.
They love the Phillies. Welcome them in, like Davis did. I think they're very comfortable here. Give them a chance. These guys are injured. Get a closer. Give the kids a chance. Like today. I thought it was going for 3. Then I seen him going for 5. 6. I said, oh, no. They need to bring these kids in.
Yep.
They have to. Come on now. I mean, let's be honest. I live right here in Reading. I go to the Reading Phillies every time. I see these guys coming up through the AA. I follow them to triple all the way down. When I seen him in the major leagues 3 days ago that he was going to pitch today,
yep.
My wife was like, your boy is pitching. I said, that's not only my boy. That's my friend. It's a family.
Absolutely. I remember when I was covering the Blue Rocks and when they played against the Jersey Shore Blue Claws and I saw Mick Abel down there, I was excited. I was really excited to see what he was able to do. Obviously, I was covering games for the Washington Nationals, but
he wants to show people what he can do. Let's give him a chance.
Absolutely.
No, I hear my wife says, oh, they're going to send them back, and I heard you saying that they might be sending them back.
No,
I said, well, at least that was the help. That's the kind of help that the Philly organization should be doing.
Yep.
They have somebody in AAA, AA. Give them a chance.
Absolutely.
Give them a chance. That's the help right there.
This makes me even more excited to watch Andrew Painter. Like, I cannot wait to watch Andrew Painter.
I can't. I thought he was going to pitch today. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait until he pitches.
Yep.
JJ, this is wonderful.
Absolutely, man. Oh, dude, calling in anytime. I appreciate you. I got to keep the line moving, but you're the man.
I know you. I love you. I see you every day, my man. You is number one for the Philly organization, me.
I love you too, man. Shout out to you. Let's go, man. Great caller, man. That's how you call on into the show. That's how you start off. That is how you start off a post-game show with a phone call. That's what you do. All right. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Again, 610-314-0844. He's absolutely right. Like, why are we holding up these guys? Especially, and again, this raises the conversation. If the Phillies are now in the spot where Jose Alvarado is not going to be available and he's not going to pitch in the postseason, that is what matters, okay? It's not just that he's out for 80 games. It's the fact that Not only is he out for 80 games, but he's not going to be available for the postseason. You need to bring up guys from the farm system now to see what you have because, A, you can try to see what they have in regards to their value. Mick Abel's value just absolutely went up. I mean, it's crazy. I'm not even saying trade Mick Abel. But something has to give if you guys want, if the Phillies want to compete for a World Series right now. You got to see what you have and bring these guys up. Bring up Andrew Painter. Let Mick Abel continue to pitch because he's working up his stock value. And maybe that's what it takes to get a Felix Bautista. Maybe that's what it takes to get a Mason Miller. You know, like something has to give. That's what you call a trade. And so if they have all of this good pitching down in the farm system, you got to bring them up. You have to see what they're made of. So that's where I stand on it. And I just told that caller I cannot wait to watch Andrew Painter pitch. I'm even more excited to watch him pitch. Abel cleansed our collective palates. And we had the black hole of Martian Marchand in the lineup. Can I tell you this, though? I'm really happy that Rafael Marchand played today. And here's why. Because JT hasn't had a lot of reps with Mick. Now, JT, I'm not saying that JT is dumb. JT can't figure things out. But it's the first outing of your career, and you have some familiarity with Rafael Marchand because you pitched to him. You did. So you have that repertoire. Give JT the day off. Let him rest. Let him play out in Coors Field for the next 4 games, and then just let that gel. You know? You have the chemistry. This guy's coming in with a lot of nerves anyways. Don't give him anything else to be more nervous about. And again, I understand that you're a professional. You shouldn't have to be nervous, but you also want to make him comfortable too. You understand what I'm trying to say? So there's a lot of nerves coming on in anyways. Why not? I wouldn't add on to those factors if you haven't had the reps with practicing with JT. Of course, you're going to have to get reps with him sometime. But today I thought, okay, like that makes sense. It makes sense to rest JT and give Marchand today. Give him today. And to his credit, too, he also gunned out a runner, which was awesome as well. But yeah, call on into the show, 610-314-0844. I can't be the only one this excited about what Mick Abel did today. I like Rob was prepared either way. Rob was prepared. But also, again, I think that even Rob was surprised. I don't think he expected this. And Rob actually, I was afraid when I saw Romano warming up in the 4th inning. I was worried. You could probably hear it in my voice. I said, if you're going to take this guy out right now, no. But I also understood why he was warming up Romano. My fear was that he was going to go to him right when things were going well. But Rob actually pressed the right buttons today. We got a little bit scared in the 8th inning with Orion Kerkering. I'm saying that when it came to not getting into the way of Mick Abel's performance, Rob pushed the right buttons. Would I have went to Orion in the 8th inning? I mean, he has to pitch sometime. I would have preferred Strom for the 9th. And I would have liked Romano to pitch in the 8th inning and not Orion. Sorry, Orion pitched in the 7th inning. I'm getting my innings mixed up. I don't know. But regardless, good for Mick. And good for this team. I'm proud of the bullpen, too. Imagine there's a new drug that helps save your life, and then they say, oh, and it makes sense. It makes everyone more attractive, too. Good luck with getting your hands on it. It's crazy. It's wild. Strasburg had a great debut, too. Yeah, Kerry Wood, another one. Like, in years past, the Phillies don't win pitching duels. They just don't. And if you were to tell me that a 23-year-old kid in his debut has to go up against the number 1 overall pick from 2023, who has been lights out and he's a top 3 pitcher in baseball. He's top 3. He has to go toe-to-toe with that guy, and he gave you 6 shutout innings and struck out 9 batters. Should have struck out 10. I'm still salty about that one call earlier in the game. He should have had that 10 strikeout. But that's baseball. It's baseball. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? He was great. That was a breath of fresh air after the Alvarado news. I did not want that news to get into the way and overshadow. I knew that was going to be a cloud, and I said no. Not today. Not today. We're not focusing on the offense today. Again, the job was to play small ball and just get a run. As weird as that sounds, I'm not usually like this. This isn't usually me, but when it comes to the top pitchers in baseball, you got to be realistic. You have to be realistic. So, yeah. Abel cleansed our palates. Yep. Happy for Mick Abel and his family. What a positive after the Alvarado news. Yeah. Today I kind of felt like a little kid out there. You know, I'm watching this guy that I got to see when he was in the minors, and it put a big smile on my face. Again, like I saw Bryson Stott, I saw Johan Rojas, but Abel and Painter were the guys that I really, really wanted to come up. No disrespect to Stott. I liked Stott. But, man. Able to sweep, it's all very positive right now. I'm sure this team will bring us back to earth. And they will. Okay? Absolutely they will. But circumstances matter. They do. I said if they beat Paul Skenes today, I'm going to be very proud. Very happy. So, that's how I am, man. I don't know why the plan is not to give him another start unless this changes their minds. It should. It should. You need to maximize the young talent that you have right now, especially now because guess what? I'm looking at the schedule. They're playing the Rockies and they're playing the Athletics. They play the Braves afterwards, but now is the time to see what you have. Build that momentum. And again, because you're so stacked with your rotation, even with Nola on the shelf, you're trying to compete for a deep playoff run now. Get that value. Get your value. It's just easy. All you got to do is just call them up and then just see how it goes. You have them. They're on your roster. Bring them up. Well said, JJ. Trade Ranger, he's a pending free agent, says Lijlava. Yeah. Well, that's where I stand with this team. Phillies playing good baseball. Today, they played well. Today, I thought that the offense couldn't do much. And again, it feels weird for saying that because I've been so hard on this team. I have wanted Bryce to snap out of this funk. And I even said today, if Bryce hits a home run today, I'm jumping for joy for that. but you had to grind this one out. You had to play small ball. And this is just how you're going to win sometimes. I didn't even expect this. Today for me was a test. It was a test. And they won. They won that test. Now, are you going to be facing better offenses? Sure, absolutely. But, yeah. Abel's being interviewed right now. And I'm sure that we're going to get quotes. I do want to see what Rob had to say. I do. If you want to call into the show, again, 610-314-0844 is the phone number. Here's a quote. Rob said, for him to come up here in this atmosphere, 74% strikes, first pitch strikes, landing the breaking ball, he's really grown up. He slowed everything down today and stayed in the moment, and I'm really happy for him. On his 9th strikeout, he threw a 97-mile-per-hour paint job. It's wild. It is insane. How about Romano, too, for striking out the side? I've been another guy that has not been on my like list. Ever since that Miami outing, he's been a lot better. And do I trust him all the time? No. But guess what? In the month of May, 6 innings, 3 hits allowed, 7 strikeouts before today. And now make it 7 innings, 3 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 1 walk. The last bad outing he had was against the Mets. Ever since then, he's been really good. And it's sort of become a theme now. And what better time do you need for this guy to step up, especially with the circumstances surrounding the higher leverage spots? You're desperate. You are desperate. And you need other people to step up in the pen. Let me just say one more thing. Part of the reason why I had to put Twitter over to the side is because I'm seeing all these tweets about I'm seeing all these tweets from the national media about Paul Skenes. And now I'm finally seeing tweets from the national media about Mick Abel. I didn't want to look at that. I didn't want to look at that stuff. And I was getting in my head, and I was like, no. Like, this dude needs to have his moment, and I can't let the talk of that, I can't let that get in my head. And now they're giving him the praise. And again, I understand. Paul Skenes has proven you're an underdog coming on into this. Beautiful. No walks. 6 innings, 9 strikeouts. I'm still looking at that stat line, and I'm saying, wow. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. I love you all so much. Again, if you guys want to call in to the future, you most certainly can. Mick Abel came back out onto the field to see his big group of family and friends that were in attendance for his major league debut, says Luke Arcani. Wow. All right. Good sweep. And we'll talk soon. Okay? I might come back on tonight for another pod. We do have the Sunday night game tonight. You can come on for that. I will see you then. I should probably go eat right now and take a little step off. Love you all. Catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.